Hey, welcome back to my channel. And today we are gonna see a real-time usage, how you can interact with real avatars with the help of voice agent capabilities. And greetings to Dr. Andrew, who is a leading data science expert and founder of Deep Learning AI. And let's start it asking him about the few queries which I have to build emotional AI agent. Let's start interacting with him and hear from his thoughts how it's going to work it out in a real time. Hey, hi Andrew, how are you?
With myself. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm here to help you with your machine learning questions and projects. How about you? What brings you to this conversation today?
Yeah, I'm planning to create an emotional voice agent which gonna understand my customer facial expressions, and then they started giving them a personalized product preferences and having the discussion. I wanted to know how can we start this project altogether.
Just scope slowly. Fascinating. Creating emotional voice agents that can understand customer facial expressions and provide personalized product preferences is a very innovative idea. To get started, I'd recommend exploring the natural language processing with deep learning in Python course on deeplearning.ai. It can give you a solid foundation in NLP and help you design a conversational AI that can understand customer emotions. What do you think?
Yeah, that's perfect. So I wanted to build emotional AI with open source and LLM capabilities, and I wanted to fine tune to couple of ways to whenever my customer comes, it's automatically detect the mood and how the customer looks like today and what is a percentage he's gonna purchase my product.
So, you want to build an emotional AI with open source technologies and large language model capabilities to detect the customer's moods and facial expressions and then predict their likelihood of purchasing your product. That's quite ambitious. To fine tune your model, you may want to explore facial motion recognition datasets like FER 2013 or Emo React. Have you considered using transfer learning to adapt pre trained models to your specific use case?
Yeah, that sounds good for me. That's what I'm planning to do that. And for emotional wise, what kind of open source framework I can use it?
See here. Let's explore open source options. For emotional AI, you can consider using open source frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch for building and fine tuning your models. For facial emotion recognition, you can look into OpenFace or Emo React. Additionally, you can explore libraries like OpenCV for facial feature detection and Keras for building and deploying your models. How familiar are you with these frameworks and libraries?
Yeah, I'm good with them, but I'm looking for more emotional voice creation with uh, Rasa framework that help me to be can understand the mood of the customer.
Emotional depth is a valuable insight. Rasa is a great choice. Rasa is an excellent choice for emotional AI, especially for conversation driven applications. With Rasa, you can build contextual AI models that understand customer mood and emotions. You can also explore Rasa's integration with other libraries like Spacey for natural language understanding. Have you considered using Rasa's dialogue management capabilities to create personalized conversations with your customers?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
Sounds like you've got a plan.
And I want to add multi-agent capabilities. So whenever the customer comes with, and I understand how they're emotionally, but I wanted to engage them to purchase my product. So I can use a Crew AI and multi-agent land graph capabilities with short-term and long-term memory capability that enabled my query to like how likely they are going to purchase going through the previous history of the things, and then I wanted to build a prototype for that.
That thought. System design. Got it. So you want to integrate multi-agent capabilities with Rasa to create a personalized conversation flow that understands customer emotions and predicts their likelihood of purchasing your product. By leveraging Crew AI's multi-agent system, you can create a sophisticated AI agent that engages customers and adapts to their behavior. And with short-term and long-term memory capabilities, you can analyze customer history to inform your sales strategy. That's quite a vision. For building a prototype, I'd recommend checking out the Building Multi-Agent Systems with Crew AI course on deeplearning.ai. It can provide a solid foundation for designing and implementing your multi-agent system. Would you like some guidance on how to architect your system?
Yeah, I wanted to use my A2A agent protocol and MCP protocols to externally I can communicate to the multi-agent architecture and the communication.
So organize that. Agent communication protocols. Okay, so you want to use Agent Communication Language, ACL, and Multi-Agent Communication Protocol, MCP, to enable communication between your agents in the multi-agent architecture. That's a great approach. By using standardized protocols, you can ensure seamless communication between agents and facilitate information exchange. Have you considered how you'll handle conflicts or inconsistencies between agents' decisions or actions?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one. What are the key considerations which I need to look by building this?
All right, let's process that. When building a voice agent system, it's essential to consider factors like data privacy, security, and compliance with regulations like GDPR. You'll also need to think about scalability, latency, and the overall user experience. How do you plan to handle ambiguity or uncertainty in customer expressions? And what kind of natural language processing techniques will you use to improve the agent's understanding?
Yeah, that's terrific one, which I wanted to have Rasa framework and Crew AI capabilities. And on top of that, I look for um, evaluating those agents, what they're communicating each other, and with Arish, the framework which I'm going to open source one, which can knows like how the agents are communicating, whether they are communicating with any sensitive API data. So that's a thought I have into it. Do you have any other recommendations?
That's a lot to consider. Got it? So you're thinking of using Rasa for building conversational AI and QA capabilities. That's a great choice. For evaluating the agent's communication, you might want to consider logging and auditing mechanisms to track their interactions and identify potential issues. This will help you monitor their behavior and ensure they're not exchanging sensitive information. Open sourcing the framework is a fantastic idea, as it'll allow the community to contribute and provide feedback. Have you thought about how you'll handle continuous training and updates for the agents so they can learn from user interactions and improve over time?
Yeah, that's right. Do you have any suggestions from your?
Let's break it down further. Yeah. So I suggest taking a closer look at active learning techniques to select the most informative samples for human annotation. This will help you prioritize updates and make the most of your training data. Additionally, you might want to consider using reinforcement learning to incentivize the agents to take actions that align with your desired outcome. And don't forget to explore transfer learning to leverage pre-trained models and accelerate your development process. How does that sound?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
All set. You're welcome. It was a pleasure chatting.